Good morning. I was reading a book this morning that talks about unconditional love, and I had some thoughts that I wanted to document and share regarding love and unconditional love. And those thoughts are unconditional love is not something that we do, it's not something that emanates from people. We as people are generally way too egotistical to unconditionally love. Um, we have judgments, we have expectations, and I think we have a misconception of what unconditional love is. And what was coming to me is that it does not come from the individual. It doesn't come from people, but it just is. And when somebody unconditionally loves, it's because they are allowing unconditional love to come through them. I think unconditional love, or basically love, is, it just is. It comes from source. And whenever we love someone, I'm not talking about like falling in love or being infatuated or liking someone, but when we actually love someone, it's not coming from the person, it's coming through the person from source. And sometimes we think that, oh, if I do this or do that or don't do this, then that means I'm unconditionally loving. So we try to unconditionally love by acting certain ways or doing certain things or not doing certain things, when I think it's the opposite. When we allow unconditional love from source to flow through, then our actions will be consistent with unconditional loving. It's not something we have to try to do. It's more or less trying not to let our own judgments and expectations and ego get in the way or block the flow from source of unconditional love through us. And I think as a society, we think we have to do something. And I guess if we do have to do something, it would be to release fear, release judgments, release expectations, and realize that we and other people are not our actions. And unconditional love loves because we are not our actions or our inactions. Anything that I do, whether it's conscious or subconscious, that may hurt another person, it's not me at the deepest level. It's my perceptions, my judgments, my ego in a sense. And same with everybody else. The essence of who we are, which in my view and opinion is love. And from that space, we would not do anything to hurt another person. And so when we act from unconditional love or allow it to flow through us, then we can see the other person and ourselves as not our actions. And we can see ourselves and others in that way, then it is easier to let go of the judgments, the expectations, and we can be like, I see that that person did this or didn't do that, but it's not who they are. I allow love to flow to them through me from source. And as we do that, it heals ourselves, it shifts the energy that emanates from us. If we stay in ego and judgment, then that's whatever energy is associated with those judgments is what we emit out into the field, and it continues that energy. But as we take a step back and realize, oh, this person is not that, they are love, and I allow love to flow through me to them from source, then it separates them and sees them as whole underneath a faulty paradigm, a faulty perspective, perceived judgment, which are all ego-based. And ego isn't a bad thing. I think the ego is the gift we get to experience because it creates these blocks that if we choose to, we can look at and heal by allowing unconditional love. And it is returning to source. It is returning to love when we can do that. And it emits a different frequency out into the field of forgiveness, of love, compassion, which is what the world needs, and it's what we individually need. And those are my thoughts on love, unconditional love, and how we can allow it to flow. Because it already is. We don't have to create it. We don't have to do anything. We have to just allow it by getting out of our own way, getting out of the flow, getting out of the way of the flow. Anyway, peace.